ever asked yourself how much business may have left on the table simply because people stopped listening to what you have to say? Now, what do I mean? All too often I see business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers that, they're not engaging and connecting with their audience from the outset. You often hear them introducing themselves, warming them up, and saying things like, "Hi, my name's Keely, and today I'm going to talk to you about presentations." Well, the problem with that is whether you're in a room, in a meeting, on a stage, on a video, YouTube, or an advert, the audience has simply switched off. Now, obviously, if you're live in the audience, they may not have walked out, but they're not listening to what you had to say. And if it's on a YouTube, social media post, an advert, well, they've not just switched off, they've switched you off. And if it's an advert, what's worse is that you've interrupted their day and the last thing they've heard is your name. And it doesn't matter how good your product or your service is. If people are switched off, they're not going to hear the value that you create. Now, I believe there are 3 things that you need to be able to master in order for you to be able to connect, engage, and keep your audience captivated from the outset. And that's through the ACT Conversion Accelerator. And the first key one, well, it's simply that. It's to attract your audience, capture their attention. Because if you haven't captured their attention in the first 8 to 10 seconds, and well, let's face it, with the younger generation these days, it's probably more like 3 to 5 because they've just scrolled on by. But if you haven't done that, if you haven't captured their attention right from the outset, then they simply have disappeared into the other direction. And once you've captured their attention, then yeah, it's great that you've got it. But how do you hold it? And that's where the next key pillar comes into. The next key thing that you need to be able to master is simply that, is being able to hold their attention, captivate them, be able to engage them, inspire them, because it doesn't matter how good the content is, if it's, well, flat, boring, uninteresting, monotoned, anything like that, then they're simply not going to stay there to continue listening to the value that you have. And once you've been able to master that, well, the other thing is how do you transmit your message? Because, the important thing is how you show up, your stance, because your state, the way you are, the energy that you have, because if there's any self-doubt, if there's any limiting beliefs, if there's anything that suggests to the audience that, well, you're uncertain, then that's going to show up. And they're simply not going to be able to, well, trust you. Because if you don't believe in what it is that you do, then how are they going to believe you? And that's why it's so important to ensure that, well, if you have a bit of a monkey brain that sometimes says, well, why would they buy from me? Why would they listen to me? Then it's about trying to find those techniques and strategies to be able to reframe that. Now, I would love to be able to share you more about this and how you can utilise the ACT Conversion Accelerator in the best possible way. If you want to find out more, then, well, just simply say, I'm interested in the comments, and let's have a conversation.